What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of my journey to the Honolulu Marathon this December. I'm Matt Reynolds, a hybrid athlete and coach, and over the next 6 months, I'll be documenting how I train, recover, and prepare to hit that finish line strong and healthy. Before I hit the pavement, I've got some unfinished business to take care of first, though. I've been dealing with hamstring tendinitis on and off for a few years, and this time I'm tackling it head on. For the next 2 months, I'm focused on rehabbing with a licensed physical therapist. That means no running for the time being. Currently, I'm just doing some cross training, strategic strength training, and then targeted rehab exercises to work around my knee and hip. I meet with my physical therapist weekly, and right now there are 3 main goals that we're working through. The first one is reduce chronic hamstring irritation. The second goal is to improve hip stability and posterior chain activation. And lastly, the third goal is to build strength through a controlled range of motion on hinge dominant movements, as well as any other movements that are really isolating the adductors, abductors, hamstrings, glutes, and piriformis. Right now, there are 5 different movements that I'm working through on a daily basis as prescribed by my physical therapist. The first of the foundational movements is going to be a single leg glute bridge, which I have showing up on screen right here. We're going for 3 sets of 10 reps on this movement, 10 reps per each leg. Following that, we're going to go into a staggered stance rotational deadlift. Same thing here, 3x10 light controlled weight. In the video right here, I've got about 20 pounds that I'm working through. Definitely used to handling a lot heavier load, but right now just working on that control like I said previously. From there, we're going to go into some banded supported fire hydrants. So with 1 foot back up against the wall, just opening up the hip, building up that strength around the abductors and the glutes. The 4th exercise we're working through is a side plank. Currently, right now, we're just starting off with 3x30 seconds, just making sure that I'm keeping everything in alignment as I'm going through this movement, not letting any hip drop creep in towards the later end of the set. And then the last foundational movement we're working through is going to be stability ball hamstring curl, 3x10 on this one as well. To maintain my cardiovascular fitness while staying pain-free, I've made some modifications to my cardiovascular programming, and by that I mean swapping out my running for low-impact aerobic activities. Up on the screen I've got some clips of me doing the rower as well as the elliptical, but in addition to these movements I'm also incorporating the Stairmaster, the ski erg, and the bike. Right now with my current training routine, I'm starting off the week on Monday with an endurance ride. So 60 minutes in zone 2, trying to keep my cadence above 85 RPMs with some light resistance on the bike. Following that then, on Tuesday, I've got a moderate row and ski erg intervals. So I'll start off with 30 minutes in zone 2 on the rower, and then I'll hop over to the ski erg and I'll go for 10x30 seconds hard with 60 seconds slow recovery. Then on Wednesdays, I've got some elliptical intervals. And with that, I'm going for a 10-minute warm-up with 6x3 minutes hard and then 3 minutes easy immediately following that with a 10-minute cool down at the end of the workout. Thursdays then, as well as on Saturdays, I've got a mobility and regeneration day plugged in. So I'll do some yoga flow and some mobility drills focused around the hips. On Fridays, I've got an aerobic strength session, so this is where I'm slotting in my Stairmaster work. And this is just going to be a nice, easy 40-minute steady climb. This one also shooting for moderate intensity, somewhere between zone 2 and zone 3. And then my last training day of the week is going to be on Sundays, long endurance split session. So I'm dividing that up between a 30-minute row at the start of the workout, followed by a 60-minute bike, maintaining zone 2 throughout this session as well. So as of right now, that about rounds out what my training week is looking like. I've got the PT exercises that I'm focusing on daily. I've got the cardiovascular program that I've just started working on this week and plan on finishing up within the next month or 2. My strength training routine right now is about 2 to 3 times per week of whole body resistance training. Ideally, I'm focusing on hitting all the major movement patterns. Right now, aside from my physical therapy exercises, I'm not doing any hinging patterns just because they're so dominant within the PT program. I'm currently keeping my volume in the gym relatively moderate so that I can emphasize tempo, control, and symmetry through each one of the movements that I'm doing on a particular day. Overall, I just really want to think more so quality of movement rather than quantity. My ultimate goal with this is to be able to get back into good running shape within the next about 2 months, which will give me a good 4-month block to be able to really dedicate and commit to my running training for this marathon. Right now, this phase is all about patience, discipline, and showing up every day with a purpose. Even without running, in a few weeks, I'll reassess with my physical therapist and gradually reintroduce running as long as everything looks good and checks out. If you're preparing for a race, coming back from an injury, or just love the process, stick around. This series is for you. Hit that subscribe button, follow along on this marathon prep series, and drop a comment down below if you've ever had to work through or bounce back from an injury. Let's keep growing together.